Next up, I'll show you how to draw a door and a window. You can put your door and your window where I put them, or you can put them anywhere you'd like. I've had students put doors on the ceiling and the floor. I've had students do the same with windows. To draw a door, the first thing we'll do is the back edge of it, and I'll show you this completed door. So we're going to draw this part of the door, then we'll draw along the top, and then down the front. Then you can add any kind of details that you'd like into your door. I want to make sure that the back edge is nice and vertical, so I'm going to take my ruler and make sure one of the red lines is lining up with the back edge of the wall right here, and that will keep it nice and straight. I'll start at the floor and draw up, and I'm going to draw the line so it ends up above my eye level line. Now I noticed that some of you put your vanishing point way up here at the top. If that's the case, then your door would end up below the vanishing point. But normally you want this back edge to be higher than your vanishing point. Why? Anybody know? That is absolutely right. If you're standing up and you end up being taller than the door, then you can't get through the door. And that just means the door looks goofy when you draw it. So if you have the top edge above your vanishing point, it works out better. The next thing we're going to do is draw this part of the door coming out. And you don't want to draw that very long. The reason for it is that you're looking at it sideways. If you were to look at this door straight on, it would seem much wider. But because we're looking at it on a wall that's angling away from us, it's making the door shrink this way. So because we're looking at the door on this wall, we're seeing a foreshortened view of it. So I'm going to draw the top of the door now. This is lining up with our vanishing point. So I'm lining up my ruler with the top back edge of the door and the vanishing point. And I'm going to draw this way, less than I think it should be. I'm just angling it a little bit up this way. Then I'm going to draw the front edge of the door. Again, a straight up and down line. So I'm going to look over here on my ruler to make sure that it's straight. It's crooked at the moment, so I'll tip it until it's straight, and then straight down. So there's a basic door shape. You can give it some trim if you want, or add some other details to it. I'm going to put a doorknob and then move on. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to make a window. In this example, this student put a picture over here. I'm going to make a couple of windows on this side of my wall because I've got lots of room over here. The window is just the same as a door, except that the back edge, you don't take it all the way down to the floor, you stop. So I'm just going to take a line, make it nice and vertical. That's the back edge of my window. Because the front of the window is closer to me, that's going to make the top and the bottom of the window angle to the vanishing point. So the top of the window, I line the ruler up with this point, the vanishing point, and I draw out this way. For the bottom of the window, I'm lining up the vanishing point and this part and drawing out this way. I might be tempted to just finish the window by lining up the ruler with wherever I ended, but you can see the ruler's kind of tipped. That would be crooked. I want it to be straight. So I'm going to put the ruler instead on top of my window. Make sure that the back edge is lined up with the ruler and draw the front edge. I have a little extra right here. I'll just erase that. Next up, I'd like to show you a nifty trick to find the middle of a square or a rectangle in perspective. Let's say I want to draw a center line in my window or a vertical element in the window. I need to find out where the middle is. I might be tempted to use my ruler and measure across, and it's 1 3/4 inches. So if the very center of that would be about right here, but that's not really where the middle of the window is in perspective, because the front half of the window is closer to us. The back half of the window is further away, which is putting the center point a little bit more to the right. So there's an easy trick to figure out where that is. Let's say you're looking at a square straight on. You're looking at the window straight on. The middle part of the window going this way would be straight across, and the vertical part, if you had a vertical part, would be going straight up and down. And that's really easy to figure out. But in perspective, this line is going to be further in this way, and this line is tipping to the vanishing point. So it gets a little bit more complicated, or rather makes it more complicated. There's a simple trick to help you find out where those lines should go. I'd like everybody to watch this for a minute, just because this can help you with all kinds of things in perspective over the next several weeks. So I'd like everybody to take a break, put your pencil down, and look up at the screen and watch this. If you're trying to find the middle of something in perspective, and it's a rectangle or a square, what you can do is to draw an X through it. Use very, very light pressure so you can erase it later. So I'm drawing an X corner to corner. That's the middle of my window right there. So for the horizontal part, I will line up the vanishing point in the middle of the X. And the line goes like that. And also the vertical part would go through the X as well. There's a basic window shape. You can put trim around your window. You can give it curtains, level or blinds. One thing to keep in mind is if you're doing level or blinds, all of the lines on your levelors need to go to the vanishing point. So you just need to continue tipping your ruler and checking to make sure it's lining up with your vanishing point as you draw those down. If you decide to do curtains, they're more free-flowing, but the bottom of the curtains will also angle into the vanishing point. So if I have curtains on this side, even though it might be curved and soft, it's angling towards my vanishing point. I'll make those a little bit softer up there. Curtain. So go ahead and add some details to your windows and your door, whatever you'd like. Put them wherever you want, and I will come around and help you guys.